Hey guys, man, it's been raining for 3 weeks straight. I finally got out there this morning and got my lawn cut, but I mean, take a look at this. Overcast, raining like a summer gun. I mean, you can see between here and the shop, this is just coming down. Finally got that lawn mowed right there. The last 2 days after work, I've been trying to get it done, but you can just see kind of some steam coming off the, maybe you can see it, looking towards that Jeep Grand Cherokee past my tripod. That's my GoPro out there catching some of this footage in the rain. Kind of puts a little bit of a stop on everything that you need to do outside. I mean, I could work on this, kind of start putting these pieces in that I cut out, making them. Might as well start shaping them. I've got my welder in here. I could start welding that. I looked in here. I still got to weld the inside of this little patch. I haven't done a video on this yet, but I actually patched where this, you can kind of see it in there, my patch. I just basically cut a triangle out of the bottom of this cab mount and welded it, so the whole outside's welded nice, but I was going to get some welds on the inside just to get, because it's 2 pieces of metal. I hadn't done that in over yet, so there's stuff I can do. I hadn't boxed this frame yet. I could box that, so lots of stuff. I think I'm going to start piddling around. Even on my dash, I could come in here and finish patching these holes for the dash pad. Go ahead and just start welding them up, cleaning them up. The top's all done, ready for a little bit of mud and smooth. I got some holes in here I filled up this first hole, filled up a hole right over here. So lots of stuff I could do. I just kind of wanted to show you that silly rain out there. Just no good, man. I guess they say April showers bring May flowers, but man, this is like April, May. It's just not stopping, man. It's soaking wet out there. And again, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a Texan, born and raised there in that North Texas area up by Dallas, but we live in Virginia right now, so I'm west of DC, probably about 40 miles, and I'm in the country out here, and it is a lot greener and a lot wetter, to the point where it's almost a little too wet for me. A lot of mosquitoes here, a lot of bugs, you know. I mean, it gets down real, it does do a hard freeze. It'll get down to 0 here in the winter. It's far enough north, but just tons of rain, man. I mean, at least we're not in a drought, but it doesn't look too bad. They're just using a silicone seal on that, silicone rubber, and it definitely was leaking at the bottom. That's where my leak was, right here, leaking out. So now I'm just going to tilt it back and dump this oil out. See, that oil looks great. Actually, it's not bad. It's very nice. Still looks pretty much like honey. and it's synthetic. That's what's recommended. Right here, so for analog brake systems, this tells if the back wheels are spinning or turning through the sensor right here. But we won't be using that in our installation. Okay, now you see where we have to take these C-clips out right in here. They're right in there. And this spring right here, I believe, is part of the traction lock. Helps hold pressure over on the clutches. That's pretty cool. The pinion gear right there. It's a big one. Compared to some other, like the Dana 44, this is huge. But it's a 8.8, almost a 9-inch. So for the people that are used to the 9 inches, this probably looks semi-familiar. The teeth look pretty good. I don't see any broken off, and I'm looking at the wear pattern. It's really nice, actually. Set up pretty good. Again, looks really nice. It's a nice setup. Set up good from the factory. Okay, to get these C-clips out right in here, you have to move the axles in a little bit so you can get to the C channel, the channel that C-clip's in, and just take it out with a magnet. And I think it'll come out right here between these little things. We don't even have to remove this little tensioner. But to do that, you got to take that center piece of steel, round steel out, and to get that pin out right here, you got to take this little bolt out. It's an 8, I think. An 8 fits it pretty good, and I'm gonna break that loose right now. Thing not to have come out, that's for sure. We'll have to put some more Loctite on that when we take it out. Pin comes out. You can see right there where they had Loctite on it. Seal it up good. Alright. Now that pin will come out. See how it's coming out? Like that. Okay, so now that I have that pin out, turn this where I can, hopefully y'all can see right here. I'm just going to push my axle in. See right there, and it reveals that C-clip. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So let's reach in here. Out it comes, see that? That's the C-clip. And now that axle will slide out. That one out. You can actually just spin that C-clip a little bit. Start sliding this axle out. Want to kind of hold up on it. Drag it here. Then you can just set it down. This is the short side. Alright, the whole reason I'm taking the axles out is you can see here the seal had gotten exposed to moisture, and it's a metal seal and it was rotten. So I'm going to pop that seal out right here and press in a new seal. There's my bearings in there. And I didn't feel any slack in the bearings, so I'm not going to change them right now. I don't see any use in doing that. So let's pop that seal out. Alright, so I got a seal puller right here. So you can just use any hook that seems to fit better. You get in there and not get on your bearing. And you just want to try to work it out. Be careful not to pull your axle off of these jack stands. Maybe just pry up a little bit and maybe change it around, pry the other way. Sometimes it just tears them up because they're all rusty. As you can see, that one's in there. It's hard to get them out sometimes. Sometimes you can give it a little whack like that and get it like that. It just runs it and pulls it out. Any of that. Yeah, that seal was toast, man. I think it was nasty. So let's see if I got the right one. I'm using a national, a Federal Mogul company. Looks good. Now, I'll tell you the best way to get these in here is to hit them really easy with a square block or something. Autocraft, I got this at the auto store, and you pick the right one. It hits right here on the outside, and you can press it in. So let's try that. We'll just whack it like that. Let me get my hammer. The good thing when you have this out of the truck is you can just straddle it like this. Look down on it. And you want to make sure it's flat in there, same distance on each side on it, how much it sinks in. And little red stuff's coming off on this one as it goes in. I think that might be part of the seal. It's pretty good. Now, if I reach my finger in here and just make sure that bearing, see, doesn't feel like it's bound anyway, and it doesn't, I'm good. That was a clean finger. Make sure you don't have any of that crap on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a little piece of cardboard or something I can tape right here, and that way when I paint, I won't get paint on this. But the next thing I'm going to do is take these 4 bolts out right here and take off this plate off, because remember I straightened this plate out. It's got some dents in it that I want to straighten out. It's a lot easier when it's off. You can lay it down and see if it's flat. Because this one I can tell is bowed back right here. Threads through that plate, so I'm just kind of backing it out. Just pull that out of there. It's kind of bit up, but it's not in bad shape. I might just kind of go wash it. You know, it's supposed to be kind of like that, so it has like a double back, able to kind of flex but keep the water out. Anyway, there's that. Here's all my bolts down here, and then this plate. So if I look across it, I can tell it's warped. So I'm gonna try to get that all straightened out. This one also had a rusted place right here in the bottom that you probably could see daylight through right there. So I don't know if I'm gonna try to patch that or just paint it with some PUR15 and let good enough be good enough, or what. I'll have to kind of think about that. Make that a whole lot easier to clean right there. I'll just clean that up real good right there, that way I can paint everything real good. This is nice. Capturing it good? It's probably be hard to see exactly what I'm doing. Somewhere in here is a good place for me to get this